Oh, you haven't started filming? No, I'm not going to smile. That's not fair. I'm not going to let you film. I should just go on strike. Hello. I'm doing a soup from yesterday's carcass. I put the carcass in the crock pot overnight, and as you can see, it's cooked for 5 hours. And I think that will taste very nice. It was a chicken, just the chicken bones. Now, what I'm also doing is taking, I've got 4 of these leeks, and it was 3 small potatoes. The potatoes make the soup thicker. They have a sort of bulking thing, and this is what your basic soup is about. Now, if you haven't got time to prepare the leek, buy a frozen packet of leeks. They're already pre-chopped, and you can still have your leeks. Now, the thing about leeks, in common with a lot of vegetables, is that the fibres grow that way. So what I'm inclined to do, which works really very, very well, is to chop them finely that way. Now, when you put your blending wand in, it doesn't tie it in knots. Otherwise, if you have just pieces that sort of long, it gets wound round the blades. So, as I say, this has taken me about 10 minutes to prepare these vegetables. Not a vast amount of time, but if you haven't got the 10 minutes, then there's no reason why not to buy frozen leeks. The potatoes are, well, they're cheap old potatoes. So you take the skins off, you chop them into pieces. And these are just 4, and they're coming to the end of the season really. These were not the greatest of leeks. So although it looks very indulgent that I'm using the white parts to make a soup, I would say, well, they weren't the best leeks in the world. But it will be one of the nicest soups you've eaten. Now, okay, now this is the crock pot. As you can see, it's just the skin, the bones, and the bits of leftover vegetable and the juice that was left in the tray after roasting the chicken. Now I'm going to strain it straight into a saucepan and add the vegetables. If you don't want to make the stock, or you haven't had a chicken carcass, or you're vegetarian, use a stock cube. There you are. I'm going to put that over there to sort out later, because I shall pull the skin pieces and meat pieces out for the dog. He does so like his little bits and pieces. Right, and then I'm just going to literally pop these straight in. Yes, I know all of the books tell you to sweat everything in butter, etc. But if you've got a good stock, you end up with a good soup. And I haven't found it necessary. So I'm just going to pop these in here, and I'm going to cook it. Bring it to the boil and cook it for about 20 minutes. Then I'm going to blend it. At that point, I will probably add pepper. You may want to add something like cream. I would say don't add cream. Don't ever add cream. It kind of coats the taste buds and stops you enjoying the flavours. Instead of adding cream, add creme fraiche. Creme fraiche is a much better flavour, and don't go for that stuff that's 0 or 15% reduced fat, because it is the fat you're trying to add to make luxury. So I suggest that what you add is something that's at least 30% and even 45%. Just a couple of spoonfuls of that would make a big difference. But we will come back when this is done. It needs a little bit of water. Just enough to cover like that. So it's mainly vegetable in there. That's all it is, mainly vegetable. I'm going to cover it and leave it to cook. And we'll come back when it's done. And we'll come back when it's done. Right. Oh, ouch, that's hot. This has been doing for about 20 minutes. And as you can see, everything is soft. And let's find a piece of potato so you can see the potatoes are also soft. They just mush together. Now we got it like that. It's very straightforward to make it happen now. I've turned the heat off. No, I haven't. I've just moved it. Turn the heat off. Right, we want some pepper. Now, you don't want pepper too much with small children. They really don't like it. I keep saying it because people forget. You don't want too much salt for them either, because their internal structure is not it's still not properly formed. Oh dear, I've dropped that on the floor. Never mind. So it's not good to give them too much salt. They can't process it. Now then, here we are. Now that's how I like it, but should you wish, you could now sieve it if you want a very, very, very fine soup. I like all the bits in it, and you can see it's quite nice. I think I probably will put a little creme fraiche on the table with a little spoon in each bowl. But you've made mountains. It didn't take very much effort. It's cost very little. Even if you had bought frozen vegetables, it also wouldn't have cost very much. Now we're going to have that with some cheese on toast, melted, with little bits of chives added, because I really like the chives added to cheese on toast. That's a meal. Now that's a way of getting children to eat their vegetables. When you produce a soup, people eat it. When you produce a pile of vegetables, they poke at it or don't serve it. So it's a good thing to do, and it was 20 minutes. It's nothing at all. So the stock came from last night, and it will taste delicious. Okay.